Welcome to the Online Meditation Center. So today I want to tell you about the latest news. Because I have just finished filming the last video in a course that I've created on how to meditate from beginner through intermediate to expert. And so this course is something I've wanted to do for many years. I've just never gotten around to it. But I've wanted to, for a long time, be able to create a structured plan which will take anyone at any, level of meditational mastery to the conclusion of meditational mastery, which is to exist in meditation 24/7. And so I've created this course with 3 sections: beginners, intermediate, and expert. There is beginner passive, where we will look at passive things where we sit or lie down. And then there is beginner active, where we will begin doing something, simple tasks, while meditating. And the beginner section, where there we will use a mantra in order to get to know the meditative state. Because mantras is not actually needed, but they're very helpful for beginners, because they help your mind to silence by focusing on something which is just a meaningless sound, until you silence your mind, and then you can begin meditating. And then on the intermediate section, we also have a passive and active section of that section. But we will switch out the mantra and not use a mantra ever again throughout the course, because a mantra is simply training wheels that should be discarded, because they trap you, or they make you dependent upon having a mental process going in order to get to silence. And so we need to wean you off it. And so the intermediate section, we focus on breath awareness, which is one level closer to what we are than the mental, because it is something that always is here, going like an engine, all day in and all night out. And we will explore further both passive techniques and active techniques. We will start giving you lessons where you go outside, where you move while being aware of the breath and meditating. And then finally, in the expert section, we will also let go of the breath awareness. So we will use nothing to get into a meditative state. Nothing except the silence, the peace, the awareness that we already are. That which is always at the very ground of our being, always looking out through our eyes. And you who watch my channel know all about this by now. That's all I'm about, So the entire course is to wind up in the expert section, although I do not expect it. People can stop anywhere they want. For most people, the beginner section is probably enough. And so they can simply learn to get a little more silence in their life, learn to meditate lying down, sitting in a chair, the basics. Or if they want to take it a little bit longer, they can learn to meditate without a mantra, using either the breath or some other anchor point, like the sound, like the movement of the body, and insert themselves in more situations in order to broaden their knowledge, well, not knowledge, but capability within meditating. But of course, it's the expert section which is where the rubber meets the road. That's where you will actually get acquainted with what you are, which is this peaceful, complete awareness, which is always here. That is not a fleeting state. And so, in the expert section, you will get a lot of different lessons which will really challenge you in order to learn about yourself and how you can remain in meditation, even if you're with many people, for example, if you're having a conversation with someone, if you're walking on a noisy street, all these different situations that will easily pull you out of the peace and silence. And so these 3 sections together, whether you're an absolute newbie or you've been meditating for many years, you will probably find something, maybe a way to look at it, an understanding, or get some assignments that will challenge you to become even more solidified in your silence, more established. And so, I've just filmed like 50, 60 videos, I think it is. I'm a little uncertain right now what the final amount will be, but it's gonna be large. It's probably between, 4 and 6 hours long. And although you'll be able to speed through the course in that time frame, in order to actually master each and every one of these levels, it might take you a year, maybe 2 years, many years maybe. Most people never learn to meditate to such a deep degree that they would ever move on to the expert section. But it's there, if you want to. And so I could actually have created a beginner's course, an intermediate's course, and an expert's course. But I wanted to have the entire package in one. And then you yourself choose how far you want to go. And so, I just wanted to present that I have actually been working on this. And by the time this video is uploaded, it will be ready. I guess I'll put it up on Udemy, because they have a large audience. And so, if I'm able to give you some coupon codes or something, they will be pasted in the description below this video, together with a link to the course. I don't know about that yet. Even though I've taken a few courses on Udemy in, programming and those kind of things, I have never paid attention to the inner workings of the platform, so we'll see how it goes. But you will find a link underneath this video to the course, and then you can see if it's interesting for you. But I also have to say that you don't need this course. If you have been watching this channel, Online Meditation Center, you know that there's nothing you need to learn. There's no knowledge you need. You only need to be right here, right now. And of course I'm sticking with that because that's the truth. And that's what the entire course is about. To get you here. In the silence that you are. Being the awareness that you are. Aware. Knowing consciously that you exist. So you can just watch all the videos on this channel. No problem. That's enough. But the thing with the course is that it's structured. I have created it in a way that it's meant to take you one step at a time in, you know, what's the word? Slowly more difficult, more challenging lessons every single lesson. Well, if you watch the videos on this channel, it's just anything, you know, it's a meditation technique here, it's talking about spiritual enlightenment there, it's just, you know, all over the place, jumbled together. Well, the course is actually a kind of educational program. So, there you have it. It exists, so feel free to check it out if you want. You don't need to if you don't want to. You don't need it. You only need to be alive. You only need yourself. And you are already this. The only thing I can do is show you, point you in the direction of becoming more fully the silence that you are. And then you have to do it anyway, you know. So, we only get how far we want to, and how far we're willing to put in the work, put in the time and the effort. Because you won't learn how to meditate if you really don't want to. If you don't really want to, I mean. And it's one thing learning how to meditate for 5 minutes, 10 minutes with a mantra, which is what the beginner course, well, section deals with. Another thing entirely is to actually come to know that this is what you are. And you get all of that in this course. So, feel free to check it and have a great day.